In this video, we will use trigonometric ratios to find the side length of right triangles using trigonometric ratio, and the code of the skill is 65V. But before we start this video, you should know what are trigonometric ratios before, so that you can easily understand this skill. And for that, I have already recorded that video. Please click here and watch this video if you haven't watched this. Now let's start the video. For example, here we have a question: find GI, the side of this length. For example, this is I and this is G, so you're supposed to find the length of this side of this triangle or right angle triangle, right? And what is given, we know that the angle I is 56 degrees, and the length of H and I is 6, right? Using this information, we can find this unknown side of the triangle. Okay, for example, first you have to look for the ratios you can use. For example, what is happening if you look according to the given angle, the angle which is given is angle I, which is 56 degrees. According to this angle, you are supposed to find this side, which is the adjacent side of angle I, and this is given, which is the hypotenuse of this triangle. That means you will use the formula that has adjacent and hypotenuse, and that ratio, you know that, which is cos equals adjacent and hypotenuse. Again, I am saying that if you don't know, if you haven't practiced the previous skill, so please click here and practice this skill, which helps you identifying the names of the ratios, right? We know that the cos equals adjacent over hypotenuse, and according to the given condition, we need to find the adjacent, and the hypotenuse is given, so we can use this formula to find the value of unknown. Right, this is the simple formula according to find GI is adjacent. GI is adjacent to 56 degree angle, and HI is hypotenuse. You can see that HI is hypotenuse. Now you can put in the values. Since the angle I is given here, we need to put the angle. Angle is 56 degree, which is given. Angle is 56 degree, and we know that the HI, which is hypotenuse, is 6, and we are supposed to find GI, which is the adjacent for angle I. Right, now if you look at this equation, so we know everything except GI. This is only one unknown in it, and we can easily find by solving this equation. First, you will take a calculator and you will use cos. Okay, so you can easily find the value of cos 56 degree using your calculator. If you go to calculator, you will just press cos and you will write the angle, which is 56, and equal, so you will get this value. You can take the values up to 3 decimal places, 0.853. so this is, you can find cos, tangent, sine, you can find any value you want, right? Okay, so the cos, they have taken cos 56 degree equals sorry, this is giving the angle in I have to change this. You will be confused that they are taking a different value, which is 0.559 something, and what we have calculated is 0.853. You have to change your calculator from radian to degrees, so you have a button in your calculator to change the degree angle. So first click this so that you have an angle in degrees. Then when you calculate cos 56, so you will get the answer, which is 0.559192, and this is the same answer, right? So whenever you are using this calculator, so you should make sure that the degree is selected in angles, so it will take the angles in degrees, right? Okay, so the cos 56 is calculated from calculator to 0.559192 and something, and G1 is to find, and 6 is the hypotenuse. Now to find the cos 50 degree, what we need to do, we have to separate it out on this side of this equation, and it is being divided with 6, so we will multiply the 6 on the other side. So we will multiply 6 on the both side, so this will cancel out, and when we multiply 6 with this, so you can check in the calculator the answer multiplied by 6, so the final answer is 3.355. so this is 3.355, and you're supposed to give your answer up to nearest 10. Nearest 10 means decimal after decimal 1 place. The 10th place is the very worst place after decimal point. So you can take any value, but you can see that this is 0.3 and they are taking 3.4. Why? Because we have to, if you want to round up till this value, we have to look for the next value. If this value is 5 or higher, so we will change this to from 3 to 4, and if this value is lower than 5, so it will remain 3. right? Because this is 5, so 3 will become 4, so the final answer will be 3.4, right? Okay, let's look towards the next question. Okay, let me just change this. This looks very similar. Okay, in this question again we are supposed to find the value of QS, that means this side, and the angle which is given to us is 61, which is angle Q. Now according to this angle you have to look for, you are supposed to find this side, which is hypotenuse. You are supposed to find the hypotenuse, and this side is given, which is the opposite side to angle Q. So that means you have to use the ratio that has opposite and hypotenuse. That means we will use the ratio of sine, because the ratio sine has opposite and hypotenuse in it. So now look at the value. The opposite is RS, and hypotenuse is Q and S. So RS and QS. RS over QS, and we are using the sine because we can use sine here. Though the angle is given to 61 degrees, so sine 61 degrees equals RS, which is opposite this, so which is given to 7. Just put in the values of 7 here, and now you can use a calculator to find the value of sine 65. So go on to calculator, just sine 61, which equals 0.87461. So 0.874619, and this is continued. Now we are supposed to look at this. Now if you need to find the value of QS, we have to separate it on one side of the equation. So what you will do in the first step, they are multiplying QS on the both side, because we cannot multiply 7 on the both sides. It is in the denominator. So first you have to multiply this on the both sides. So you will have this value 0.87419 multiplied by QS equals 7, because it is moved from this to there. So now we're multiplying. Now we need to separate it out on this side of equation. So it is being multiplied here, so it will be divided on the other side. So when you divide 7 with this 8.07, so whenever you are supposed to find the hypotenuse, make sure you are doing these steps. And in the calculator you cannot simply divide this with 7. What you need to do, you will have to write the value of 7 first, and then you are dividing 7 with the value of sine 61, right? Sine 61. So you will get the answer 8.003, and when you round up to 10th decimal place, so it will be 8.0. Okay, so you better know how to find the value of unknown. So when you solve it, you can easily find the value of unknown in it, right? Okay, let's move to the second question. Okay, the second question we have like this. Again, we are supposed to find UV. Okay, it looks interesting. If no, it is not. It is the similar question. Okay, in this question we are supposed to find the length of VW, this side, and the UV is given, and 21 degree angle, which is angle W, is given. Okay, now according to angle W, because it is given, you have to identify which ratio we can use. So first you have to look for the given value and the value which you are supposed to find according to this angle. According to this angle, this side is given, which is opposite side of this angle, right? This is the opposite side. That means we need to take opposite, and you're supposed to find this side, which is the adjacent side of W. So you will use opposite and adjacent. In which ratio do you have opposite and adjacent? Yes, you must have guessed that the ratio should be tangent, or tan. Tan has opposite and adjacent in it. So you can take values, you can put the values. Opposite is given to 3, so we have taken its value, and the angle is 21. So that means angle 21 equals opposite, which is 3, divided by the adjacent, which is VW, right? So now you have the values. You can easily find the unknown value. You can find the 1021 in the calculator, which is 0.383864 something, and equals to 3 VW. Now whenever you have unknown in the denominator, what you will do, you will first multiply this on this side, and you will have something like this. You don't simplify it, you cannot actually. Then you will multiply this, which is multiplied with the unknown, and you will divide this to the other side. So here you have this answer 7.81. This you will get when you divide 3 with this 0.81. So this is the answer, which is the final answer, 7.81. maybe you will have some difficulty solving these skills, but make sure if you know what are the ratios and how to solve the value of unknown, you can easily do this. And if you are having problem in those skills, please go to step down skills and practice them first and then come back to this skill. And if you still have any confusion, please do mention in the comments so that we can guide you again. Thank you so much.